Daniel, today we're discussing how landlords can find a tenant for their property. What are the main factors which have to be addressed?
There are three main factors that have to be addressed: price, promotion and presentation.
What does a landlord need to consider when it comes to price?
When it comes to price, they need to consider that the property is appropriately priced. Saying this, I mean this by if the property is not aligned with the current market conditions, the property could sit vacant for some 2 to 3 weeks longer than it should, and therefore obviously over that maybe $20, $50 price difference, you could be losing those 3 weeks in rent, which is obviously a lot more.
What is the best way to go about promoting a rental property?
The best way about promoting your rental property is obviously to find the best agent for your property, to consider photography, professional photography if it's an executive standard, a very descriptive description of the property, taking into consideration of the factors that tenants will look for, features e.g. bedrooms, en-suites, bathrooms, what type of property it is, and obviously if it's low maintenance, because tenants really like low maintenance gardens and like irrigation systems and that type of thing.
How important is agency selection then when it comes to the promotion of your property?
Agency selection is probably the most important thing that you can look for in terms of finding a tenant for your property. For starters, you want someone who has your interest in best hand, and having an agent who does this, has a good name, will attract a good tenant to start off with, will screen your tenants in relation to reference checks, employment history, and won't just put someone in your property for the sake of putting it in there. We'll put it in there because they come across well. Say when you're presenting to the landlord about an application, a good agent will recommend if they think that tenant's a good tenant or if they think that's not. Some of the agents may not do this.
What tips would you give landlords in regards to presentation?
Presentation, basically what happens, obviously most landlords have different lives, work, long hours, that type of thing. So what can happen is a professional clean or a house very clean on the first open inspection is very important. But saying this cannot be done. It may cause to actually get a professional cleaner through the property. So when you do have an open inspection, you have a lot of people through. It has a nice homely feel to the house. So you walk through in a nice clean house with everything nice. And a very important thing of this as well, to have the property decluttered with not all stuff all over the place, just to have the property nice and simple so prospective tenants can get a basic understanding of obviously what they will feel like if they moved into the property.